Hey guys, welcome back to Frantico Oil in Stormworks. Today we are actually going to be adding a little bit more to our tanker and hopefully allowing this thing to actually maybe move under its own power. A comment recently came up saying that maybe don't put the bridge at the back and maybe have the bridge at the front. I actually really like the idea of that, so we might have a little bridge right here, and then at the back we'll have our funnel mounted to the top of that, and maybe like the rest areas and stuff like that with the engine down below. I think that's probably a really good way of doing this. It doesn't really suit the hull all that much, but I think it's going to work out quite nicely. Okay, so I've actually searched for the Great Lakes oil tankers, and essentially the reason I'm looking at these is because they actually have the bridge at the front, these guys, and they have the engine and stuff at the back, although this one is not actually an oil tanker, it's a bulk carrier. But you know, they actually look pretty cool, and yes, bridges at the front and engines at the back. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually take inspiration from these, and I think that would actually be really, really good. So yeah, I guess let's just start building. Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to make this bit look nice, but we'll ignore that for now, and we'll try and figure out what the actual bridge bit is going to look like. So let's go ahead and start by going backwards from here a little bit to... Well, actually, we're probably going to use these guys. So let's go and do it on both sides. I'm going to go straight across from where this one is, and I'm going to build it in from there. We're then going to attach maybe one of these to the front, and I'm going to do that across the side. We're then going to bring these guys backwards, just like this, and it's going to go backwards to around here. And there we go, just like that. From there, we can obviously use one of these guys, and I think I'm only going to use one, and that might be good enough. So we're going to do that, backwards to, not there, but to here, and that's it. That's all I actually want. Good. Alright, so from there, what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to extend this bit backwards actually quite a bit, and I'm actually going to go ahead and extend this guy upwards quite a lot as well. And by quite a lot, I actually mean a whole door length in height. So if I do this, there we go, and I shove it onto there, we'll just extend these higher and higher and higher until it goes over the top of that, and that is going to be the level. Okay, that actually looks pretty good so far. It's going to look very strange. It's definitely going to look strange. And I might actually extend it so it doesn't look as weird, but we'll see. And there we go. So I built this in like a little bit weirdly, but it should work out in the end anyway. So I think the door itself will probably go on the side of here around this area. So let's go ahead and delete these and just shove it into there. There we go. All right, yeah, I think that'll work. We're then obviously going to put the actual flooring in here, and that's fine. We're then going to delete these guys right here, extend those backwards to the door. And then obviously from there, we can actually build the stairs down the side, and that should be good too. Okay, there we go. So I've actually added railings down the sides. We've obviously got this in here. I'm going to add some porthole windows, like these ones on the back of there, in actually a very similar location to these guys. So 3 in from the sides and around there. There we go. All right, cool. That looks pretty nice. At the very front, I'm also going to add one in right here as well, because I can. Although it does look very strange just having one. It looks like a little eye. I don't know whether we'll keep that. Alright guys, there's a tsunami or something coming, so I'm going to quickly run back to our little house right here. I'm going to go to sleep until the next morning so I can actually see what's going to hit us. And hopefully we'll be fine. Okay, I thought I was going to be able to see more, but actually I can totally see less. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a little look at what we've built and if we like it or not. It's going to look strange. It just is, and there's not really too much I'm going to do about it. So we're going to add a bridge to the top of this, and then we're going to add the funnels to the top of this, and maybe like a viewing area sort of thing. And I might extend the ship a little bit as well. Make it look a little bit more like a Great Lakes freighter. We'll see. Okay, so there may or may not be a bridge on there right now, and you may or may not know where it's from. So if you have a little look at that, where do you reckon that's from? Yes, it's from our previous boat, and actually, I do think it somewhat fits on there quite nicely, so we're going to keep it. One thing we are going to do, though, is extend this bit back and have a little bit of a deck right there, and yeah, we're going to have to do the back end as well. And I do need to survive this tsunami, so I might just go wait on the boat until the tsunami hits, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, let's just jump across. Oh no, I missed. Oh, this could be really bad. I'm going to try and jump onto said boat. There we go. And I'm going to hide in this little room. Just for a little while until the tsunami clears. Alright, so weirdly, the sirens have stopped and no waves came through, which is annoying because I was sat in here for ages. And I did actually manage to jump up into here from down there, because you can jump on that and then jump up to here. But, you know, that doesn't matter. Anyway, we're now going to get back to building. So I'm thinking we actually extend this bit backwards and we have a bit of a deck up here. I am going to delete this guy and I'm going to put like one of those right there, one of those right there, and one of those right there. And I'm going to do this. And this is going to be our deck. There we go. Yes, it looks a little bit strange. And yes, it is a bit strange, but it doesn't matter. So let's go and shove this guy down to here. And that is awesome. We're then going to try and figure out these guys, which are our railings. And we're going to go ahead and shove railings around here. And then I think we need to work on the back end as well. Also, I don't know why this is missing, so we're going to put that back. Okay, cool. Okay, so we've made the adjustments to this. Obviously, I've added the railings around the outside. I've painted it a little bit. I've painted the floor, and I painted the floor here as well. As well as that, I've changed it to Frantic Red instead of the blue that we had, and this is where we are currently at. Yes, it's a bit weird, but overall, I actually kind of like it. We now need to figure out what we're doing back here. And wait, actually, before we do that, we need a way to get into there. So what I'm thinking we do is we delete... I need to put stairs somewhere, and I don't really have room for it. Right, okay, it's gonna go here. Of all places, it is gonna go right here. So, we need a hatch. Yes, we do. So, one of these is gonna get placed... you know what, I'll do this one instead. So, it's gonna get placed right here, like this. I'm gonna go ahead and paint this bit in. Not paint, but, you know, build it back in. And put that there. From there, we're actually going to go ahead and add the ladders to the other side, and they're going to go straight down, hopefully. So it's going to go here instead. 1, 2, you know what, just drag it. There we go, very nice. Delete this one, and this one. We're then going to go ahead and put some pipes in between those, just like this, and that'll be fine. There we go, so we can now get up into the cockpit from down below. Alright, so let's go ahead and start working on the back end. Now, the way that I see this, we're just going to go ahead and build like a little thing on the top of this. And then we're going to add the funnel to the top of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this backwards from here like that. We're going to shove this guy under here like this, and I'm going to build that together. There we go. Also going to shove one of those in. Good. From there, I'm actually going to go ahead and send that backwards, just like that. Oh, it would be nice to actually be able to see this properly. So I want to see the shape of it. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of right, but not really. All right, delete all of it. 1 second. We're going to go with this guy instead. There we go. And then one of these. And that's nice. The only thing is, it's not actually long enough, if that makes sense. Although, you know, maybe we can get away with it. So, I'm thinking we grab this all the way down to there and here. Copy this, flip it over, bring it backwards, and paste it there. Oh, no. Yeah, that doesn't look right. That would not be right. So, actually, I'm just going to go ahead and use another one of these. Do this bit backwards. And then I'm going to do another one of those at this end. And I'm going to take it this way. Like that. There we go. And then we're going to build it back together right here. Not really what I wanted to do. I like the fact of, like, I would have liked it to be longer, but never mind. So, now that we've done that, we are going to add these guys. Yes. We're going to go ahead and try and, like, merge this in. Which may or may not look and work like a good idea, but we will see. So, delete that guy. Grab one of these. Shove it onto there like this. Bosh. And then we need to build it round as well. From there, we're going to go ahead and build the funnel on the top. So let's get this bit done, and then we'll try that. Alright, so I've built that in. There we go. We're going to go ahead and build this bit in as well. We now need this to be more of a rounded shape. So I'm going to go ahead and do this right here. And it's not actually going to be even, which is going to be interesting. I'm going to shove this guy back there like that. And this guy is going to go here like this. Because I want it to be 3 wide, if that makes sense. From there, we're going to go ahead and try and add one of these. Just like this. And we're going to go ahead and try and shove one of those on. That's not going to work, though. That's not going to work. I kind of wanted it to be round. Like circular kind of round. But that's not actually going to happen. Alright, that's fine. Let's just go and attach that to there. The funnel is going to be an oval shape instead. And maybe that's fine. Maybe it's not. Who cares? So, the funnel is going to get built straight up from there. I'll add some colors to it as well, make it look nice, and hopefully that'll be good. Right, I can't get this to look quite as good as I wanted it to. Originally I went with like a straight up one, but it was too chunky, and then I went with a leaned back one. I think this is probably the best I'm gonna get, but I'm not sure I actually like it. I don't know. I think what I actually want to do, which may or may not actually look good, I don't know, is I'm gonna go ahead and try and drag this all the way backwards. And we're going to have it be very, very long, which is maybe going to look extremely strange, but, and there's a big but here, I don't care. So let's shove all that in there. There we go, merge these guys together. And although, yes, I think it does still look strange, it might look better than it did. I don't know. It looks too big. It's way too big for this boat. And there it is. So, yes, it looks a bit weird, but actually, overall, when it's actually in the game, I don't think it looks too bad. What I'm going to do is extend this boat so that we add another 2 of these, essentially in the center. So, hopefully, that'll look better, but I still think it's going to look kind of weird. Alright guys, here we go. Look at this. So we've extended it by 2 fuel bays, or 2 oil bays, as you guys can see in the center. We've then added these bollards right here, and overall, I actually think that looks way better than it did. That now means we actually need to add an engine into this thing down there somewhere. We need to add its own fuel tank somewhere as well, and we need to add all of the controls and lights and equipment and stuff like that as well. There is actually a lot to add to this thing, and it's going to take forever. I also need to figure out what to do with this area right here, this area right here on the front, that area up there, and all of this stuff at the back too. There's just loads of room on this thing that needs using. I do need to paint these things in with paint blocks all the way around these guys as well. And I believe I should actually add some holes up here as well, but we'll see. But yeah, overall, I actually like the way this thing is looking so far. We do need ladders on the side as well, so I'm going to do that now, whilst I actually remember. Do we have enough room in between these? Yes, we do. Laddery doos. Let's do it. So ladders, I'm going to add them in white to begin with. So we're going to shove that one there, and I'm actually going to go ahead and shove some down here underneath the waterline as well. Because that could be useful, actually. So one there we go, and one here. There we go. So now all I need to do is paint them. Here we go. Paint, paint, and paint, paint. There we go. Alright. I'm going to do a very similar thing at the back as well. So let's go ahead and paint this bit in. I'm then going to grab this guy all the way down to here. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy it. Move it to the other side. Here we go. And paste it there. We're then going to press U, take it to the other side, and paste it here as well. There we go. Merge that in. Merge this one in, and the rest of it's already done anyway, so that's all good. Look at that. That's amazing. Alright, so I think what we do now is we try and work on the actual engine room, which is going to go below this, down there. And I think we need to work on the fuel tank. It's going to need quite a big one, because it is going to have to go from here to the oil rig, which is down here, and then from the oil rig all the way up to here. That's quite a distance. That is actually a very yeah, that's a big distance. What is this? A tugboat is in distress. That might be a cool mission, and also that's a cool mission to do too. But we're not doing any missions right now, even though we do need the money. Anyway, let's go ahead and start building an engine for this, and we'll get it moving. Right, so fuel tank is going to be this bottom layer right here. I'm actually going to go ahead and fill this in right now. So let's go ahead and actually have this happen from the front. Here we go, delete these two. We are going to go ahead and go to fluids, and we're going to need things like a fluid meter, and obviously a fluid spawner, wherever that is. There it is, fluid spawner. And what that allows us to do is obviously have a huge fuel tank. From there, we now need to build the engines back here somewhere. So we are going to do that in a mini engine room. If I can turn this into an engine room anyway, that'd be really good. That'd be really, really cool. So let's go ahead and just like extend this, and we'll try and build this area into an engine room if we can. I'm going to send that all the way back to there. We're then going to do this across here, and anything that is like a little bit out of place, like these steps, we'll ignore for now. Right, so we have now got an engine in here in the engine room. I now need a way to get down into said engine room, so let's go ahead and delete a hole up here. Delete this little bit right there as well, and we're just going to have a hatch. Yeah, our way down is just a little hatch that is going to go right there like this. There we go. We're then going to add ladders so that we can actually get down into that. There we go. One ladder right there, and then the rest of the ladders obviously going in like this. There we go, and there we go. Don't need to go at the bottom, because that's not how this works, but there you go. So, engines down here, our way down into the engine room is right there, and our way into the engine room, that doesn't make any sense, is right here. So we can actually climb down. We are going to paint this, just like so, and then we could get in. Okay. I'm now going to go ahead and just make this work, and then I'll get back to you guys afterwards. Okay, so I've got everything pretty much implemented, which is nice, and it should actually fully work now. The thing is, though, we do need to add the clutch pressure to this to actually make it run. We need to add the rudder and stuff like that. The autopilot to this system, too, because we need one of those. And some other things as well. So let's just go ahead and make sure that we've got the autopilot, the rudder's working, and the clutch is working. And then we'll set sail and see if we can actually move this thing. Okay, this is the first time I'm actually spawning it in, and yes, the weight of the fuel is quite heavy, and it has sank the ship already. This is without actually having any of the fuel in the tanks, which is crazy. But anyway, let's go ahead and get inside, go up the stairs, open this, obviously. There we go. We might not even need a hatch there, but I like the idea of having a hatch there. None of these work because we don't actually have any lights on here. Except the ones on the roof, which actually, maybe they do work. Nope. Right, okay, so, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try and start this. Okay, we got no electricity there. But everything else is actually ready to go. Why is the autopilot on? I'm confused. Anyway, let me go ahead and fix that real quick. Alright, so I'm a bit conscious of the fact that it isn't actually a very wide ship. It's very skinny. And the issue with that is obviously that if we were to tip over, we were going to have some serious issues. Oh, we are going to have some serious issues, I should say. I have fixed these. That needs painting, but now those guys up there should work as well. Excellent. If I go inside and I set a target destination for like out here, whack that into there, then this should work too. If I do this, throttle up, that works. And if I start to drive, we will actually be able to move. Excellent. Autopilot is already on, so if we are actually going to go in that direction, this will be fine. I'm going to throttle this down. There we go, and we are actually sailing our boat. Very nice! It actually fully works. That's awesome. Yeah. So I do think we're going to have issues if it comes to waves and stuff. So we're going to have to add some stabilization, but our boat is running. Oh, hang on. Our coolant isn't running, though. That needs to be pumping. But yeah, other than that, we're good. Okay, so it can actually turn a lot quicker than this. The autopilot just doesn't do it, which is fine. That is actually completely fine. But yeah, let's go ahead and turn ourselves around and drive back to our little base, which is just there. And then we need to figure out some other things as well. So we'll just get back there first, and then I'll figure out what else we need to do. At least right now, anyway, because, yeah. We're not actually in that much of a rush to do things. I do think we probably need more fuel. At the minute, I've got literally all of our fuel that we have available in this boat, which is probably not the best idea. But, yeah, also it's going very slowly. We are actually driving extremely slow. If I do this, it doesn't really boost it by all that much. We're at 7 or 8. Yeah. But you know what? It's not terrible on fuel. It's just quite bad. Alright, so we're going to need to introduce some things here. We're going to have to add some fins to the back for stability, and I believe I should actually put them somewhere around here. In fact, this might be a good place for them. So let's go to rudders really quickly, and I'm going to add these guys. I kind of want to extend them outwards. In fact, I am actually going to extend them outwards. So let's grab this color. I'm going to go ahead and grab these guys, and they're going to go in here like this. 1, 2, there we go. I'm then gonna do something along the lines of this. Into there, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what this should look like. Maybe I should just do this. There. For now, that's what it's gonna stay like. So, we now need to link those up with this microcontroller. Fins left are obviously these guys. So, this one and this one. And then fins right don't exist because I forgot to mirror it. I hate when I do this. I literally forget to mirror things all the time. Which does actually mean that it's fine, but like, kind of annoying. Anyway, shove this over to this side, shove it onto there like that, paste it in. There we go. merge this with this, and now this side is the left. So we go to here, sorry, the right. It's the right. We send that down to here, attach those guys on, attach these guys to the electricity, just like this. Same with these ones, and there we go. So electricity is all around. Before I forget, I need to go to the key up here, and that needs to actually activate this and also the pump. There we go. I need to make sure they have electricity too, which they totally do. Okay, so we now have sort of stability. We need a tilt sensor as well, so let's go ahead and grab one of those. And that is going to be located up here. Yes. So let's go ahead and shove that there. That's fine. So go ahead and merge this down to here. Tilt. There we go. And active stabilizer we don't have and we don't need. So hopefully, hopefully that's fine. And hopefully it works. I'm sure it will. Alright, so I think now it's time to add some little lights down the sides, because we might as well, and hopefully from there we get something nice out of this. So in between each of these, I'm actually going to go ahead and add a light there and there. There we go, we'll do the same thing right here, and right here, and right here, and right here. There we go, right, so they're all like lit up, that's good. At the front, we're going to go ahead and put lights here. And up here, we're going to go ahead and shove one. Oh, it'd be nice to go there. But I guess here is fine. There we go. And on the very front, we're just going to add one right there. So we got lights all the way around the front edge. We're then going to go backwards and add a light here. We're going to add a light under this window, just like this. Add a light under this window. Actually, let's just do this one. There we go, under that window. And on the very back, we're just going to add one right in the center, like this. So those are our deck lights. We now need to go around them and make sure that they are all painted so that they fit in there. There we go, good, good, and every other one is fine too. I then want to go inside here because I've just remembered to paint these, and now I'm going to connect all of these lights to the electricity and also the button to turn them on. Alright, so let's go up the ladders really quickly, go ahead and turn those on, there we go, and we should be able to see all of them lit up around the boat. So let's just check the ones on the front, including this one, yes, they all work. Run to the back end and check these ones, they all work, and this one does as well. I'm going to change all of these into a more calm color than just bright white, and that should be good. Do we have a door on here? Yes, we do. We can then get down into there, that's fine. I need some way of getting into, like, all of these rooms, because they're all rooms, essentially, and a way of getting down into the belly of the boat as well, maybe. But yeah, first, let's go ahead and paint all of these, that'll be good. A casualty is believed to have died. Never mind. Alright, cool. Right, so I'm also going to go ahead and delete this on both sides. Just like so. Delete these guys. And I'm going to shove, like, I don't know, some barriers, I guess, around the outside of this. That, or some ribs, I guess, for, like, rigidity. I think that's a good idea anyway. It should make things look... And, yeah, no, actually just look. I was going to say and work, but no, it is just the looks. A little bit nicer. So we'll go ahead and shove those guys all on there. Shove these guys all on these as well. There we go. And I guess we'll attach them all together with these guys. Just like so. Push that on there. And this one. And this one. And every other one as well. Push and push. And then these three back here as well. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, yeah, I think that definitely makes it look a little bit nicer at least, so that's good. We're then going to add some rocket boosty thingamabobbies. These are probably quite expensive, so actually never mind. I'm not. Okay, so I think the color of the lights that we're going to do is just going to be like a creamish color like this. There we go, so that's going to go there. I might even make all of the white bits on this boat this cream color as well, because I actually kind of like it for old school vessels. And this is looking a lot more like an old school vessel than a new one. But yeah, I don't know. All of those lights have been changed now. I do want to test them out, but I'm not really going to be able to. I'm also going to change these ones because I think that'll be cool. And yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. I also want to add some sort of mast onto this thing. Or maybe actually we could just add some rope anchors. And maybe that'd be kind of cool. So these guys, I'm going to shove on here. Like this. There we go. And I'm actually going to go ahead and shove 2 of them up here as well. And we'll probably leave those on there. Do this guy on here. Attach those guys together with rope. and it should look cool. Yeah, you know what? That does actually look pretty nice. Anyway, for now, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys have actually really enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this vessel. It might change slightly, but I don't know.